what am I talking about? Hey y'all, it's Erica over at The Broken Spine. Welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. Happy Tuesday. I hope your week is off to a great start, and I hope you have a great week. Be safe and happy reading. Since today is Tuesday, I am doing a Top 10 Tuesday, and this week I'm going to be talking about books by my favorite authors I still need to read. I'm a little remiss about saying favorite authors because not all of them are my favorite authors. There are authors I really enjoy reading. There are some favorite authors in here, auto-buy authors. I'm not going to say favorite authors because that would not be accurate for all of them. So we'll just say authors that I enjoy. I really enjoy reading. So books by authors I really enjoy reading. Books by authors that I enjoy. How do I phrase that? Books I still need to read by authors I really enjoy reading. Something like that. Yeah, let's go with that. So hopefully you understand that. Let's go ahead and get into it. The first book that I have, and I just mentioned this not too long ago, I read his nonfiction, Between the World and Me, and We Were 8 Years in Power, and I absolutely enjoyed them. And it's Ta-Nehisi Coates' The Water Dancer. So like I said in a previous video, I've heard mixed things about it, but I want to read it for myself and come to my own conclusion. The second book I have read, and I'm actually going to reread the first book, read the second, and then read the third in the trilogy, because the third doesn't come out, I think, until November. So I'm holding off on reading The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. I absolutely loved The Poppy War. The next book that I have is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. I read The Hate U Give, loved it. The next book that I have is Elizabeth Acevedo's With the Fire on High. I read The Poet X, and I also listened to it, and listening to it was absolutely phenomenal. So I have high expectations with With the Fire on High. I don't have Clap When You Land, but I do want to read that as well. I mean, can we just take a look at this cover? It's just absolutely gorgeous. And then the naked cover is, look, I haven't had such cover love in a long time, and this is by far one of my favorite covers. The next book that I have, I've only read one of her books, and that's Ceremony by Leslie Marmon Silko, but I absolutely loved it, and I keep saying I'm gonna read more. And then I was at one of my library book sales, and I found the Almanac of the Dead, and it's a chunky one. It's like 760 pages. So I bought this, I don't know, a couple years ago, and I keep looking at it and say that I need to get to it. So maybe I will read it when an IndigAthon comes around. The next book that I have is Chimamanda Ngozi's Purple Hibiscus, and I read We Should All Be Feminists, and I also saw the TED Talk for that, which I highly recommend that you check out, and it's phenomenal. And I also read Half of a Yellow Sun by her and really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to get into this one. The next book that I have are actually two books by one author, is The Inspector in Silence by Hakan Nesser, and you can see that. It's a Inspector Van Veeteren novel. I've enjoyed the series, and it's dark, it's Scandinavian noir, And if you know anything about Scandinavian noir, it's weird, it's dark, it's weird. That's about sums it up in my personal opinion. It can be kind of gory and brutal, but it's something that I enjoy. If you like Scandinavian noir and you have not read Håkan Nesser, I do recommend him, and Henning Mankell, and another one that I will talk about in just a second. So I have The Inspector in Silence, and I also have Münster's, or I don't think it's pronounced Münster's, but Münster's Case. The next one that I have is The Redbreast by Jo Nesbo. It is part of the Harry, as we Americans say, Harry Hole, but it is not pronounced Harry Hole. It's not pronounced Hole, it's pronounced Holy. So Harry Holy. This is the third book in the series, and I forgot how many books there are. There are a lot. So I started off with the first, the bat, and then the second was the cockroaches, and I enjoyed them. So I want to continue with the series and see if I still do. Oddly enough, if you don't know anything about Joe Nesbo, he's also a musician, and he also writes children's books, and the children's books are called Dr. Proctor. So for someone to write such weird, gory stuff, he writes really cool children's books. If you don't want to read this kind of book by him, check out his children's books. They're fun. The next book that I have is the last in the trilogy of the Crazy Rich Asians, Rich People's Problems. I really enjoy Kevin Kwan. I didn't enjoy China Rich Girlfriend as much as I did Crazy Rich Asians. So I'm hoping that this I will enjoy, but I do enjoy his writing. I like his writing style. So the next book that I have by one author, actually it's two books by one author again, and I absolutely adored the first book that I read by them, and that was Kindred by Octavia Butler. So I have Parable of the Sower and Parable of the Talent. I am really excited. If you were unaware, Njeri at Onyx Pages, along with Tati from Musical Tati, and I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly, Isis from Sister Soulfi. Sister Soulfi does not have a booktube channel, but they have an online bookstore, and there is the Octavia E. Butler slow read that is going on, and they are reading the books in order of publication. So Kindred is first, and then they're moving on. So, and it's a slow read, and it's over 2 months. So you don't have to feel pressured to read in a couple of weeks or even a month. It's over a 2-year period. So I'm excited to read all of Octavia E. Butler's works. All right. So that is the top 10 Tuesday for this week. Let me know if you have read any of these. Let me know your thoughts on them. And if you like this video, please make sure you click subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of new content, and give it a thumbs up. And I will see you with the next video. Bye.